परब्रह्मं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मं तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरुपादम् मन्त्रमूलं गुरुवाक्यम् मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मं तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री नारायण परमात्मने नमः।
Thank you, Grishma.
Thank you. Have a beautiful voice.
Yeah. So every Sunday she starts with the prayer anamata. So andar kadapu tan prayer tho nindipotundi. She's very devoted and very humble and very sweet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So Anita, it's like, I mean, this is an unusual satsang. More than satsang, I should say. You're an inspiration to humanity itself. I mean, Amala Kineni lanti vallu, yeah, they have a huge support behind, right? They have a huge support. Ante a heart to do is one thing, a huge support is one thing, financial independence is something, and a backup support is something, which helped her do a great thing, a great job in life, right? But I met you, I think, in my clinic. Me peddamma teesukocharu clinic ki. Yeah, so parents leru papam danki, like treat her carefully and cheppi she introduced you to me.
Yeah.
But then I didn't know Anita had such huge heart for all the beings and so concerned about nature, so concerned about animals, so concerned about everybody, and such a sweet, sensitive, beautiful child. So probably if any, you know, like mother wanted a child, it should be like Anita. Yeah.
I'm not that great child. I was not such a great child to my mom.
What I felt was, Anita, you're definitely the child of universe, because main ga mana theme, like what I wanted to speak today and what I wanted you to share with us is we speak a lot about spirituality generally, like, because we've been with our guru for a very long time. He had been enlightening us, he had been inspiring us, he had been you know, like talking about the ultimate truth to all of us for very, very long time after addressing all our needs.
Yeah.
Because unless needs are addressed, you cannot be focused on something which is beyond mind's comprehension, right? Yeah. So beyond mind comprehension, by training your mind, like he molded our minds in such a way that we can receive the supreme. Okay? But it's not as easy as said.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done antaru kada. So in you, what I found was like, ante Bhagavad-Gitalo untundra sarvabhuta hite rataha, means anni pranula patla, means all, with all living beings, all that has life.
Yeah.
You should, wish well for them. You should be a well-wisher of every living being.
Yeah.
And if you see our Shastras, or if you see our Puranas, or if you see our epics, Ramayanam Kani, Edaina Kuda, animals played a huge role.
Huge role. Avunu.
Ante humans and animals are interlinked.
Yeah. Yeah, because we are all God's creation.
Yeah. So, and also, Vishwam Vishnu Rupena antar kada. Like, Vishnu is nothing but Vishwam itself.
Yeah.
So, serve God in man antaru, serve God in... Let Pandu come, it's okay. You can introduce it. No, it can participate.
Cheppandamma.
So I wanted you to, and from where did you get this natural instinct? Because if you see in the Puranas, no, like Vishnu Murtiki, like Lord Vishnu's transportation, ante valla vehicles anta kuda animals, birds and animals.
Yeah.
Vishnu had Garuda, I mean it's eagle kada.
Yeah.
For Shiva it's Nandi.
Yeah.
Animal. For Kartikeya it's peacock.
Yeah.
For Ganesha it's mouse. So,
and Ganesh himself is half
he's a half
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah. And for Amma it is again tiger, lion.
Yeah.
So, and Meenakshi Amma has again parrot in her hand.
Parrot,
so it's all about, so it's like, what did they try to impart? Ante like, all are divine beings. Entire creation is divine. All beings are created in divinity. But because we have lost connection, we have lost this connection, we have lost this oneness, and we became separate from the existence.
Yeah.
That we developed this ego and, started running after things which are not our true self.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. What's its name? You call it with all names, huh? Pandu. You are big Pandu and that is small Pandu.
Small Pandu.
Yeah.
Basically, greed has, played a huge role in exploitation.
Yeah. And in spite of all our spiritual talks, be it, there's nothing, what I personally feel is nothing like spiritual and non-spiritual. There's nothing like spiritual and non-spiritual.
Yeah.
And when you're seeking truth, we call it spirituality.
Yeah.
When you're running after worldly things, you call it materialistic. It's just a word difference.
Yeah.
So, in you, what I found was, you have this huge heart where you feel for every being. Practically. We speak about it. We speak a lot about it, Anita. Including me. I find a huge inspiration in you because maybe I can never do what you're doing. I mean, I might not be able to do what you're doing because you have this spontaneous love and extreme care for the voiceless beings. Yeah. From childhood, I had this, why do they have to sacrifice animals? For instance, like, it's like, when I stopped my non-veg, it was because they were sacrificing a goat. I had witnessed people sacrificing a goat.
Yeah.
So it was like, my God, so much cruelty for our food.
I know. Like it's a life taken. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a life taken. We've been eating till then. It never made me guilty till then. But when I saw
because you don't know the reality. Like, it's just a habit that you got from your parents or your just a family thing or society, part of the society.
In the,
it's a habit.
So and of course, Guruji speeches walla, like spiritual speeches walla. Like many people have stopped because of their spiritual life. Some people because they didn't want to harm animals and all. And
Yeah.
also, Nannagaru used to always say that it causes a rajasic mind, because we have, 3 types of mind: tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic.
Mm.
So if you want to pursue spiritual life and attain oneness with the creation,
Mm.
oneness with everything, then
Yeah.
you need first foundation is you need a sattvic mind.
Yeah.
So killing animals, it's not that we're against eating non-veg or something. It's just that moderation in things. Now,
Yeah.
my question to you is, how did this natural instinct, was it there from your childhood, or you picked it up from your mother? It was in your genes?
Maybe altogether genes, and I never remember myself like without an animal beside me.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
my mom had this fondness for animals. She was also an empath. She also felt, that kind of care for animals ever since she was a child.
Okay.
Even when she was small, she used to like when they were traveling in a forest, they saw like a small deer which is like just literally born, and mother ne, I think some poachers or somebody killed. దాన్ని తీసుకొని వచ్చేయడం, కోతి, like monkeys and squirrels, dogs, cats. Even she was just like me. So I think I got it from her. And then growing up, I always had like a pet, or seeing my mom caring for these strays, and I also used to be her small helper. So like that.
And I
Yeah.
think most part of your life is connected with animals.
Yeah. Always had cats, dogs in the house.
Yeah. And especially your love for street animals.
Yeah.
You feel a lot for them.
Yeah.
You feed them, and I don't know if you eat on time or not, but you make sure you feed the animals.
Yeah.
I've never seen people buying bananas and papayas for stray animals. Maybe
I used to buy first, then I started asking them, like, if you have something that you're not using, can I please take for my cows? So they themselves, with huge heart, they give, kadamma teeskondi ani cheppi, they just literally give me in boxes.
Oh really? This was
Yeah.
when?
Most of the time, like, first I used to buy, then I thought it was more like, it's more economical, and to just take what they're throwing off, which are not even faulty. It is just that as humans wouldn't like the shape of it or the size of it, and they just throw it for waste. Why not like get it for use?
So this is such a beautiful thing, Anita, because see, today especially I wanted to make a session with you because there are so many things we ignore in life.
Yeah.
Which don't come to our notice because we're so preoccupied.
Yeah.
And as you said, greed is the factor.
Yeah.
If we could,
and I think like even laziness, something that is easy and convenient, they opt for that more than trying just one point more. Just 1 point also is like hard nowadays for people because they don't have the time.
Yeah. It's not just the time, you should have a heart to do also, right?
Yeah.
You need to have a heart, as you said, like for festivals and all. See, even in like saints stories, though I don't know if you read them or not, you hear to these saint stories. They would come as an animal to home, promising, ఇప్పుడు కలలోకి వచ్చి మీ ఇంటికి వస్తాను నాకు మా ఇంటికి రా అని. They will pray. These people who worship pray. These devotees pray. You come and eat in my house. Then God will promise, I'll come to your house. He'll come in an animal form. He will come in a bird's form. And then they'll be
I've
chased away.
known those stories, yeah.
And they'll be chased away.
Yeah.
So
My
when they
mom
chased
used to tell
away,
these stories also, yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
So when they chased away and they're like, you never came, you promised your God, you promised to
Yeah.
come and eat, and you never came, then I said, no, I have come, but you haven't recognized me.
Yeah.
And how is it that Anita recognizes God in every animal, bird, being and tree and everything?
I don't recognize God. I just recognize as they themselves, ante. Like a being.
Yeah. No, that's oneness. Because we haven't come closer to oneness, we use the term God.
Yeah. I just see them as what they are, and if they need help, then you should help.
No, how are you so sensitive to all their needs, and how is it that they're attracted to you and they come to you by themselves? I have seen in video clippings where you are there and they just like are attracted to you. Like we used to get attracted to our Guruji like that, no? When he was anywhere around, we would flock around him like he was a magnet. We would just go, you cling to him. And I've noticed in many of your clippings that animals just come to you wherever you are.
Yeah, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, that was the case. I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah. And probably they feel the love you have for them.
Yeah, maybe they feel that it is safe.
Yeah. That's why it's so important. That's why we speak, we speak more about inner life, Anita. That's why. Because what you are externally, it doesn't really matter. But what you are internally reflects in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, India is, compared to Western countries, it's a smaller country with a huge population.
Yeah.
Similarly, we have huge number of animals, right?
Oh,
we have domestic, we have wild, but many are becoming extinct.
Yeah.
Like, wild animals are becoming extinct.
Wild
we are using it for our greed. So I want you to talk on this topic naturally, whatever you feel. In general, being human, what is our responsibility to take care of everything around us as we take care of ourselves?
Yeah. It's just consciousness, Amma. Like, you just have to stop and think for a minute. And not just what you're seeing, but like the consequences of it, or, just think about what you're seeing. Like, if you see a pack of meat, would you see it as a pack of meat, or would you see that it was animal, it was, living, and then it was cut down into that piece of meat. So when you see a wood, or a piece of, like when you're traveling, if you see a huge bark of tree, like cut down, like just the below piece, what you would just see and just move on, but you wouldn't think that, I think looking at the size and that, frame, it used to be a huge tree. Endu cut chesarabba? Ante, if you just think a point extra, you will, I think, just make small changes in your life, ante.
Yeah.
Like suddenly, like instead of just throwing stuff, why don't you just put it in your pocket, look for a dustbin and throw? Ante.
Yeah. So, and animal care. See, you haven't done veterinary, right? But
No,
you know what medicine? But you know what medicine has to be given to a sick dog.
My friend
you know
Sindhu.
What medicine has to be?
Dr. Sindhu Potineni. She is my go-to person. She has everything by hearted. She will just like type and send. Oka photo just send her one picture. She will send one list of medicine. Give over. So I learned about the medication and all from her. Yeah.
And
And
another
once
thing about
you're taking care of them, or like if I've taken care of distemper dogs a lot. So for that kind of disease, I know what is going to work, what won't work, how much time that dog has, you know, and what is best to do for that kind of a disease. So like that is just experience that teaches you in anything. Like
so for everything, the first factor is a heart to do.
Yeah.
So that's why, I mean, no, I called you, I mean, I wanted to specially invite you for this session because the heart to do small things with great love.
Yeah.
You know, we, without any expectation, just for the love of doing it.
Yeah.
So you haven't heard all these big terms and all. We've been listening to terminology, but we have forgotten basics.
Yeah.
So basics కోసం Anita రమ్మన్నాను. అంటే you can be such a beautiful human first before wanting to attain the ultimate, because unless you feel everything around you, unless you care for everything around you, unless you do what the care that you want from others, if you could share that with
if you just feel yourself in that place of whatever that you're seeing, you wouldn't want that to happen to you. Or if that happens to you, you would want somebody to help you. You wouldn't be, like if it's hurting you, it might be hurting that also, no? Like if you put yourself in their place, then you'll instantly get an idea.
So we generally, even empaths generally put themselves in other shoes, but here you are putting yourself in all the animals and birds and everyone's shoes.
Because they need the most.
You've been inspirational, Anita, because
fragile.
Yeah, you've been inspirational in fact, like the more I watch you do things to the animals and all, it's a silent lesson. It's like anybody can be your guru. It's got nothing to do with age, gender, or anything. Somebody doing good with no selfish motive. Somebody doing good with no selfish motive and not even thinking that they're doing good. Is, to me, the true spirituality. And it is true spirituality, actually. Not only to me, it is true spirituality. So, because it's so beautiful to do, it's so beautiful to see someone who hasn't heard any lecture or who hadn't been to great masters or something, but spontaneously, you are an empath and you feel for everything around you, you feel for everybody around you, and you work, which is very difficult. It's not easy, Anita. I know it's very, very difficult because it's not going to be the same. You don't get a positive response.
You don't get support.
Yeah. You don't get support. You don't get a positive response. And also another thing with you, you are self-made. And I want you to share this also, like how a person can make themselves self-made, because in the society right now, constantly people are seeking something from somebody, right? Or something, like always it's seeking from the world. More than giving, it's seeking.
Yeah.
If you see in general, most people are seeking.
I'm not saying I'm not one of those people who are not seeking. It's just human nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
what I mean to say is, Anita, most of us are seekers and very few are givers. What I mean to say, all of us seek something, all of us seek love. And andaram manushulume, we are human till we attain one level of maturity.
Whenever I seek something, she comes give me love.
That's what is divine, huh? That you call natural and we consider it divine.
Yeah.
So the love you give spontaneously comes back to you.
Sorry?
That's what the love that you give spontaneously, I think, comes back to you.
Yeah. In one point of time or the other, it will.
Yeah.
I
So
strongly believe that.
Yeah. So can you explain what made you self-sufficient? I mean, what made you what you are today?
I can't put it in like a reason, and there is no like a one reason or two number one points. I think it's just survival mode. That's all. It's just survival mode, and it's just like, if you want to get this, you have to do this. Like, if I want to earn so much money to, help the animals, I have to earn so much money. To earn so much money, I have to, hustle. I have to do ABC. So, like that. Nothing.
So,
And there is nobody to depend on, so that is one reason.
Yeah, this is my point, Anita, actually. This is my point, actually. I mean, it's quite, అంటే heartbreaking గా ఉంటుంది mostly when you don't have your parental support. I mean, you have lost your father when you were young, and you lost your mother 8 years back.
Yeah.
And there will be ups and downs because mind undi, like, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
You're still very young. You're very young. But you have faced it all. You have never stopped giving. More than what you should speak today, I wanted you to be introduced to people for such a beautiful heart. Without a tag of religious or spiritual.
Yeah. That is one thing I don't want to get too much into religion and all
you
that.
Shouldn't. I think it's the natural state. We magnify it and tag it, and I think it's an ego.
Tags I don't like at all. Tags is one thing that I don't like.
Because that is another part of ego.
Yeah. Positions, tags.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been tagged a lot of things.
So among animals, like you love all animals, right? And how do you communicate with them? The best thing is when you have a very beautiful way of communicating with them and they respond. And how do you do this?
I don't know. I just talk to them like how I would talk to anybody. No. I do not talk to people so but it's just that I just talk. That's all.
Yeah, and they respond.
I don't know how they understand, but they understand.
But they recognize you also, no? Even if some period of time you don't see them, and you come across them after some time.
Yeah. I don't. Like, if I go and hug Buddu, she would just stand there and like cuddle. It's been a long time since. Buddu is that cow, that brown one.
Oh, okay. So, tell me all the names of your pets.
Chalane unnai. Buddu, Gauri, Buddu's mom and sister. I haven't named them. One I think I named Lakshmi. Snoopy, Lucky, Bittu. These are all my clan in the old house. Here I have another clan of dogs. There are no cows in this area, but there are a lot of dogs.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
so what do you think? What?
Roosters.
Rooster. Your recent friends. You wake them up.
Yeah. They wake me up very early and then I call them after I wake up.
And they come running.
Yeah. Very funny run they have.
But it's amazing, you know, like generally, Anita, like you see, generally in life, if you see in history, mostly animals go with a lot of love and without any fear to human beings, only if it is a saintly person. They don't go to random human beings. They're scared.
That's what I said in the beginning, Garu. I think they go to humans whom I think they feel like a safe or like a safety kind of a thing. Will and got through, or this woman won't hit me or show me away. Like I think they would know by the by the fall or
maybe they feel it.
It's not us, Amma. I think they are the most innocent, most loving things, that they are so stupid and dumb they will trust humans. They will be nice to you.
Yeah.
You just have to call them, they'll be nice to you. But what is there in the other person's brain, that person who calls them might be like, a evil-minded person or like a nice person. But the dog will, go. కొంచెం ప్రేమగా పిలిస్తే చాలు.
అందుకే you should have the loyalty of a dog అంటారు. So when they compare with the divine qualities, it's mostly animals.
అవును.
And also wildness kuda ante basic ga this is beauty, Anita. Now we are talking in a plane where what we see around us, the truth around us. We are talking about the relative truth or our day-to-day life మనం చూసేవి we are talking about. But it goes, I mean, it is a fact that now every being takes birth, there's a period and it dies, right? Every being is born, there's a birth date and a death date for every living thing.
Every being,
Every being. For trees it could be a long duration. For animals, each animal has a different duration. Each bird has a different duration. Like that. So everything that is born dies. But in spirituality, what they say is like whatever you have imbibed, whatever you have practiced, you become. You become. So now if you have, I mean, it's all tendencies. So if you have animal tendency, or if you have, like the nature of a snake or nature of a scorpion, nature of a, you tend to, like take a life of that being. So it's not necessary that you will have a human birth again. It's not necessary we had been humans in our previous lives. So evolution law, human life is highest evolution antaru. Highest evolution is of human beings, because we are given the discrimination of what is right, what is wrong, what is good and what is not. And further to elevate yourself from the human level to the supreme. This is a portal. Your human body is a portal. So human life ni best use చేసుకోమని చెప్తారు పెద్దలందరూ. I mean all the respected honorable saints, whoever have visited earth, have told us to utilize this beautiful life. What you know now is your one life. We do not know what we were before we were born. We do not know what body we had been in. We could have been in an animal body, a bird body, a fish body. You never know. And also, if you see Dasavataras, God himself has come as tortoise. God himself has come as fish. Okay, God himself has come with the lion head.
Yeah.
Avataram. Kurma Avataram, Matsya Avataram.
Yeah.
So it's like we are all integral part of each other as long as we think we are separate.
Yeah.
Once we lose the separateness and feel for everything around us and can contribute to the goodness
Yeah.
of ourselves and of others,
Yeah.
this is Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Ante wishing well for everything around you.
Mm.
You can have your family, you can have your spouse, you can have your earnings, you can have your comforts. But at the same time, you need to be socially responsible. Where you make your living better, you try to make living around you better.
Yeah.
Which you do beautifully well. Yeah. It's very nice, Anita, because I was inspired a lot of times by seeing your things, because generally when you're preoccupied, suppose I'm going to a bank or I'm going to market to purchase something, generally a stray dog gani, like some animal, cow, we don't tend to notice it.
Yeah.
Trust me, not that you are not interested or you don't care for it, but it just does not
don't
get into
notice.
you don't notice. But after seeing your pictures, after seeing the way you care for them, somehow I tend to notice everything.
I heard this from other people also, and that is my whole, why I post also is to tell people, and not even tell, just show, they also exist with us. They also need our love. They need us mostly. They are the most vulnerable beings, and we are lucky to be born as humans. So, కొంచెం చూసుకుంటా ఉండండి అన్నట్టు. Just a connection. Like if I could go pet a cow or pet a dog, anybody can. There's nothing to be scared of.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah. Cows to కొంచెం జాగ్రత్త.
And another thing, it's like నేను ఇది ఇస్తే నాకు ఇది వస్తుంది జనరలీ ఓకే జనరల్ గా అంటే హ్యూమన్ సైకాలజీ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ స్పెసిఫిక్ హ్యూమన్ సైకాలజీ ఏంటి అంటే కరెక్ట్ యు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ దిస్ ఐ గెట్ దిస్ నేను గోదానం చేస్తే ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ గోదానం చేస్తే నాకు చాలా
God will bless me.
నాకు చాలా పుణ్యం వస్తుంది. Okay. I mean, these are good beliefs. Definitely, scriptures man kurke chappaledu, they are good beliefs. But are you doing it mechanically, or are you doing with love?
Yeah.
You are doing it for your merit, or you are doing it to,
please some
for your selfish motto again.
Yeah.
Like the other day, Nagul Chavati Roju. Actually, I didn't even know it was Nagul Chavati actually because
me too. I just saw that bursting crackers since morning, and then everybody are going. Mundu roju machpa. My watchman cleaned that place. So I asked him why suddenly you're cleaning, and I clean every year. Nagul Chavati kalamma tomorrow. I was like, oh, nice. I said, will you clean after also? Because I know there is going to be a lot of trash. Then he just laughed and he kept quiet. Then I saw, oh my God, the amount of crackers, the amount of trash. Whoa. They're getting sticks and they're poking into the the snake pit, and then they was doing something. Oh, they were taking off the mud also. తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు మట్టి మంచి నాగుపాము పుట్ట మట్టి తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. పుట్ట అయిపోయింది అక్కడ, పుట్ట లేదు.
And people are taking the holiness home and making the snake homeless.
Yeah.
The stupidity in the name of religion should be
Yeah.
gone, Anita. This is also my purpose of this satsang today.
They just killed a cobra, which is Nagpamu, and its babies just few months back in that same park where they're,
She got a call, I think.
Yeah. She'll connect back. Actually, basically, I have seen her that day, okay? Like, she was literally, like, hey, guys, what are you doing? You're praying to something and you're harming it. Do you even realize it? And she's actually talking to herself, Grishma.
Yeah.
Because from her window, she could see people coming. Paal postunaru, gudlu postunaru. People are taking that mud with them. They're putting in their bags. ఆ రోజు చిమ్మిలు పెడతారు కలివిడి పాలు పోసి పెడతారు కదా పెట్టి each one is taking some mud and they are packing it and going. And they have messed up the whole place. And this happens every year. We don't generally tend to notice it. It's become so mechanical and part of our, these beliefs have become so monotonous actually, that we don't even know what we are doing for. అంటే దేనికోసం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము అనే స్పృహ కూడా కోల్పోయి ఉన్నామా మనం? అంటే నువ్వు ఒక పని చేస్తున్నావు, you're doing a work in life. Anything, any action, it's not work. Work is a big thing. See, we are constantly doing some action in life, Grishma, all through, right? Like every day, all of us do action. We have doing activity. We have activity through the day. So, how many of us are doing our activity with consciousness? And how many are we doing blindly, monotonously, without even knowing why we are doing what we're doing?
Right.
So Anita, somehow I felt her way of seeing so unique that I felt there's a lot we need to learn, because it's not just about what we speak or what we heard, what we listened to all our life. We need to observe, we need to be conscious, we need to act consciously. Yeah, because నాన్నగారు చెప్పినట్టు నీ మాట, నీ తలంపు, నీ ప్రవర్తన నువ్వు భగవంతుడిని పొందేలా ఉండాలి. Not the merit that he's going to give you, even the merit he's going to give you based on what? అంటే నువ్వు ఒక 1/2 లీటర్ పాలు పుట్లో పోసేసి తర్వాత ఎక్కడో పాము కనిపిస్తే డేంజర్ ఉందని చంపేసి, ఇట్స్ అంటే నాగుల చవితి రోజు మాత్రమే ఇట్స్ హోలీ. గోదానం ఇస్తాము, లేకపోతే గోశాలకు ఎక్కడికో వెళ్తాము, వి గో దేర్, వి టచ్ ఇట్స్ టేల్, వీడు ఒక 3 ప్రదక్షిణస్ దండం పెట్టుకుంటాం, వస్తాము. దిస్ Anita, she keeps saying, do you realize, Amma, that in Hyderabad, forget about the whole country, world, everything, it's a secondary thing, forget about that. Hyderabad is the biggest market for slaughtering cows. So what she says is, she does her best, like she does her best to take care of them. She's got nothing to do with spirituality, she's got nothing to do with religion. It's just a conscious living where she feels responsible as an individual to do what she can for these voiceless beings. సో అదే అనిపించింది నాకు, లైక్ వన్ పర్సన్ వెన్ హోల్ హార్టెడ్లీ కాన్షియస్ అబౌట్ నేచర్, కాన్షియస్ అబౌట్ trees, conscious about the welfare of nature around us, the air around us, the animals around us, the birds around us. When you are ante you have to grow above your greed, you have to grow above your ego, you have to grow above your selfish thinking to be aware of everything around you.
Yes.
Yeah. Only then can we do good to ourselves and others. It's not about అంటే గుడ్ అనేది కూడా మళ్ళీ అగైన్ ఇట్స్ an attribute. It's an attribute. It's not about good and bad. It's about your very responsibility, I guess, as a human being.
Yeah, I mean it should be natural kada Didi. It should be natural.
It should be natural. అది మనకు natural గా లేనప్పుడు ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళు తటస్థపడినప్పుడు నాకు అదే అనిపిస్తుంది. There is so much we have to learn, and there's so much we have to listen. బికాస్ ఇప్పుడు మనం మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాము, సో ఒకళ్ళొకళ్ళు వింటున్నాం కాబట్టి మనం మాట్లాడుకునేది ఒకళ్ళకొకళ్ళకి అర్థం అవుతుంది. దేర్ ఆర్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ వాయిస్లెస్ బీయింగ్స్ which communicate. ఇప్పుడు భగవాన్, if he communicated with animals, how it was in silence ra. That profound silence, that profound oneness with everything around, that they came, responded, they sat on him, they ate with him. వాళ్ళ క్వారల్స్ కూడా ఆయన తీర్చేవారు వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడి. అంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు కోతికి మోక్షం, అదే కుక్కకి మోక్షం ఇచ్చారు, ఒక కాకికి మోక్షం ఇచ్చారు, ఒక డీర్కి మోక్షం ఇచ్చారు, ఒక పీకాక్ కి మోక్షం ఇచ్చారు. అండ్ కదా లక్ష్మి అకురులమ్మ came as Lakshmi, cow. So we never know, we could come as an animal next life, or we would have been animals in our previous lives. So again it comes down to that we are a soul taking a body, right? మనకి వన్నెస్ అటైన్ అయ్యే వరకు కూడా ఏదో బాడీ వస్తుంది, ఆ బాడీతో తాదాప్యం ఉంటుంది. సో how are they lesser beings? So I mean it was so good that when I've been noticing her for quite some time, what I realized was we can do ante a small thing, ante chinna panini nu pedda heart to, ante a small deed with a huge heart, with great love, if you do constantly and persistently, ante ee roju chesi repu bore kotti, ante that means you don't really love.
మీదన్నట్టు కాన్షియస్నెస్ లేదు, కాన్షియస్నెస్ ఇస్ నాట్ దేర్ Didi. That is what it is missing. Because we didn't that has to become natural kada. So
that is when it is adi kadra appudu kada sarvabhuta hite rataah.
That's Nannagaru Bhagwan అదే కదా యాక్చువల్లీ. ఎగ్జాంప్లిఫైడ్ కదా.
ఎదగాలి అంటే అంటే ఎంత స్థాయికి స్వార్థం వదులుకోవాలి అంటే అంటే ఇట్ అగైన్ సెంటర్స్ డౌన్ టు యువర్ బాడీ, యువర్ నేమ్, యువర్ బాడీ, యువర్ ఫేమ్, యువర్ వెల్ బీయింగ్. Actually, I have been listening to radio today. I mean, just for a little time because I had other works to do. అందులో నాన్నగారు రిపీటెడ్ గా చెప్పి లాస్ట్ లో ఒక చిన్న మాట చెప్పి, దిస్ అలోన్ యూ ఆల్, అంటే ఇది ఒక్కటి పట్టుకుని వెళ్ళిపోండి, లైక్ యూ హోల్డ్ దిస్ అలోన్ అండ్ యూ గో. You leave at least for some time your name and form. నీ పేరు, నీ రూపం కొద్దిసేపు వదులు రోజు.
అవును Didi.
Anita, it's so good to see you again. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయావు? ఛార్జింగ్ అయిపోయిందా?
పొద్దున్న నుంచి I was there only, when I went and my phone got switched off there. So
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you tell me, నువ్వు రోజు యాక్టివిటీ ఏంట్రా? You please tell us.
I cook and then I go do my work, like now orders ఏమన్నా ఉంటే I do that, like whatever, like clients work and all that. మధ్యలో ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు ఇట్లా కనపడతా ఉంటారు రోడ్డు మీద. I play with them, I feed them. And if I see some puppies, like newborn puppies or 45 days old, small puppies, I make it a point that I vaccinate them and
you
give
vaccinate them, Anita?
Yeah, okay. Because I went through hell when I took care of a bunch of distemper dogs in my area, and that is when I got to know the importance of vaccinating dogs, because they died a horrible death.
Oh, okay.
Because they were not vaccinated and they got this virus, distemper, and horrible death. I was literally in hell for 1 month, or more than a month, seeing them die one by one.
Anita, now tell me, what does it mean by distempered dogs? They behave crazy?
No, they don't. It's just that they get nerve damage, like the virus hits the nerves. So they drool and they have this mucus from the nose. Some symptoms are that they have watery eyes and nose and mouth discharge, and they die very slowly. They lose their strength in their legs, and they have this extreme pain in bones, and they lose appetite, and they slowly die. So that is, and it is an airborne disease. Like a dog can, give the disease to any other dog which is not vaccinated. So it spreads like wildfire. So in my area that happened, and still lot of dogs die like that. Still, and the virus, it is very hard to contain. Unless, I had to euthanize so many dogs, because there is no other way. They're just suffering and they are not able to die. They're just just suffering. So to put them out of the cage, we had to euthanize them and to stop the spread also. Because it is, అవి కొంచెం దూరం వెళ్తే it is like spread it to other dogs and they also will die. ఇంకా అట్లా chain reaction కదా. So yeah.
So what do you do about it?
You just vaccinate them. It's just one 7-in-1 vaccination that you give to puppies after they are 35 to 40 days old. And yeah, just give them a booster shot after a month, and they will, and it is puppies are very vulnerable to distemper and parvo. These are the diseases that dogs usually get, like a virus from other dogs, if they are not vaccinated. So puppies are more vulnerable because they are small and their immunity is weak. Adult dogs, it's very lot of them don't get it. It depends upon their immunity. If they have strong immunity, they won't catch it. So I made it a point that puppies get vaccinated, and more than that, it is better to sterilize stray dogs, because there is no point of them giving birth, every 6 months, like 10, అందులో 10 చచ్చిపోవడం, like all 10 of them die. It's very the success rate of a stray dog to become an adult is very less, because they have all kind of threats from people, from diseases, road accidents. Like there are a lot of threats for them. So yeah, I make it a point that sterilization and vaccinating the puppies is very important to stop the suffering. Because in dogs, nobody cares. They just see them as pets, most of the people. Even if they're just sleeping on the road, minding their own business, I see people just kicking them and walking. Why? Atla kick chesinappudu, they suddenly get jolted from their sleep and they run onto the road, get hit by cars. I've seen all this happening. So I feel that it is better they don't get born only than to die like this. And I make it a point, if Untitled puppies, like how I took the puppies for adoption, first vaccinate చేశాను. Actually, I was looking for a December dog and I found these puppies in that area. So I got immediate, ఇది December dog ఉన్న చోట puppies ఉన్నాయని I immediately got the vaccine and gave them the shots. And then I got to know that somebody left them there. They came in a car and they left these 5 puppies in that place. So I'm trying for their adoption. Yeah. And then I make sure when I give the puppy for adoption, I make sure I tell them you have to sterilize the dog once they're 6 months old. So sterilization, vaccination, adoption, this is least that we can do for a stray.
Yeah. And how about other animals? Like I see you feeding the cows, I see you feeding goats, I see you feeding pigs, I see you feeding injured animals of all kinds. అంటే ఇంకా టైగర్ సిటీలోకి రాదు కాబట్టి I haven't seen you with one yet.
I keep getting dreams of tigers. And ఎంత frequent I get dreams of tigers. I can't tell you. Like I can paint so many paintings of my dreams. Like
oh yeah, and also you paint.
Or some leopard came into the city. I was feeding it idlis. I get all kind of weird dreams.
You get dreams of feeding cheetahs idlis, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you like those dreams?
Yeah. I want to sleep more, and I'm like fascinated because I'm very fascinated with big cats. And when I get them in my dreams, I literally feel like I'm beside them. And the dreams that I get with animals are very beautiful. They're literally like above, like very nice paintings. So yeah, I love those dreams.
And you paint also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not, you haven't professionally learned it anywhere. It was again a natural instinct that you see beauty in something and you draw it.
Yeah. Actually, my grandmother's brother was a cartoon artist. He's the first cartoon artist in India. I forgot the name of the movie. Chalti Ka Naam
Gadi.
Chalti Ka Naam Gadi. The titles there are cartoons like animation. He did that. So there is this thing of my mom was a artist. I mean, artist sometimes she also didn't learn, but we have that creative thing in our family. My sister, she's an interior designer. She is the one first, like my mummy tarvata. She's the one who taught me how to draw and paint and like tap that creative this thing in my head, which was already there. But yeah, she taught me how to draw dresses with big bows and all that. So అప్పుడు మొదలైనట్టుంది నాకు ఆ ఫ్యాషన్ డిజైనింగ్ పిచ్చి చిన్నప్పుడే. So yeah.
And you do very good fashion designing, and I mean your dresses are very impressive and they make people look so beautiful.
And another thing I'm working on is that I want to use fabric scraps, like the scraps that tailor shops where you see that they collect one fully bag of scraps, cook and they throw them away. And if you ever notice dumpsters, you'll see a lot of fabric scraps. Have you ever noticed?
Yeah.
Like చెత్త ఏరియాలో చిన్న చిన్న గుడ్డ పేలుకులు and all that కనిపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి మీకు. All that ends up in landfill, which doesn't, it's not degradable. So I want to make a collection out of that. So now I'm collecting all the scraps from all the tailor shops.
And doing what with it?
I'll make a collection out of it. I'll make clothes out of it. And you can make a lot of things. You can make paintings, you can make dream catchers, you can make cushion covers, you can make quilts. You just have to think and say. You can make a lot of things from waste.
From scrap.
Yeah, from scratch.
And tell me about moderation, huh? Because like all the saints have said, moderation in everything. Luxury is not what is important. Moderation in life. And I see you, I mean, you are very, very careful with the things you use. You don't waste much. You utilize waste to do a useful product. So, I mean, like anything. I mean, it's so interesting, Anita, because anything and everything you do, you are conscious, Tali.
I mean, you just have to remember, like somewhere in YouTube, I saw that, hair is, useful for plants, like it gives strength to the plant. So after I comb, if I have like a hair fall in it, I make a ball and I'll put it in the plant. So you just have to remember things to, use it instead of just ignoring.
Waste it. Yeah. Conscious living.
Yeah. When you know plastic is bad, when you know plastic goes to landfills, just look for an alternative. Like, obviously, when you are sick or hungry, you will order Swiggy. After you plastic dabba lagtayani, you can't stay hungry nowadays with your time schedule or whatever. So use just boxes for plants or like I one time was left over with all the dabba caps and I didn't know where the boxes were. So those caps I made like into I made paintings on them and I hung them on the wall. So
and they were very beautiful. I saw them.
Because they are no use, just caps everyone just put there without the dabba. So
అంటే భగవాన్ అలా ఉండేవారు అనిత లైక్ హీ యూస్ టు లైక్ బ్రింజాల్ కి ఆ పైన ముచ్చుకు తీసేసి వి కుక్ కదా జనరలీ సో విత్ దోస్ అంటే ఆ ముచ్చుకలతోటి హీ యూస్ టు మేక్ అ కర్రీ
యూ కెన్ మేక్ చట్నీ ఆల్సో యూ జస్ట్ పుట్ tamarind and salt chilies you can make nice chutney
so now and another thing, Anita, like you feared going to school, so you didn't pursue higher studies. But you told
I didn't pursue any studies.
So I wanted to convey another message. I wanted to convey another message through you in this satsang is that let parents not coax children to score highest. నీకు 90 పైన రాకపోతే you're not fit for nothing. I mean like don't no, academics is very no it's academics is very important. You have to study well and you have to be encouraged, but never ever pressurize to a point where the kid is curbed from thinking. And also like pay attention to what they're showing interest to. ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఒక క్రియేటివ్ ఎడ్జ్ ఉంది, సో యు ఆర్ పర్సూయింగ్ సంథింగ్. That's not important. Your academics is important. No, that is also important. So I think kids need to be given that space where they are allowed to explore into their natural talent. ఈ రిషి వ్యాలీ స్కూల్స్ అంతా కూడా అదే చేస్తాయి అనిత. Like they let your natural instinct, natural talent to come up, and then they will let you pursue it along with academics. See, creative edge is not something everybody will have spontaneously, but those who have it are gifted. So we should never curb a gift which was God given. Because I mean that could be their passion, that could be their joy,
that could be their calling.
It could be their calling, and no matter what life throws at them, probably that would be their salvation.
Yeah.
So I mean, conscious living, Ra. This all again ends to conscious living.
Yeah.
అంటే మొనోటనస్ గా మనం తిన్నామా, లేచామా, తిన్నామా, పడుకున్నామా, మళ్ళీ తెల్లారిందా, ఇలా కాకుండా being conscious of everything that you're doing.
Just being satisfied with that day.
Yeah.
Okay. The day that you spent.
Yeah. So you're satisfied most days?
Yeah. One puppy got adopted. My friend Sindhu's puppy also, one puppy got adopted. And I saw if there were transgenders, they've come to adopt a dog. They went with a dog. And another కొంచెం పెద్ద puppy also, like usually after 3 months it's very difficult for the pup to get adopted because it's big. చిన్న అంటే cute గా ఉంటాయి, they take. కొంచెం పెద్ద puppy adopt అయింది. And people got to know how tasty, like alternative to dairy products could be. Like we were tasting the plant-based cheese. It was so yummy. I forgot to buy some. They were so tasty. There is alternative to everything. You just have to choose.
Yeah. And also not to waste things.
Yeah.
అంటే నువ్వు you told me one thing, no, like don't purchase anything in excess which you're not going to use.
Yeah.
So buy only what you need, and whatever you need, whatever you have purchased, make good use of it.
Yeah.
And make sure the scrap is not biodegradable. As much as possible.
Yeah.
And whatever scrap is there, you can utilize it creatively to make something beautiful.
Yeah. Or you can ask for help who can maybe use it. Like the other day, my friend, I think she, some space. So she knows that I would not waste wood or anything. So she sent me pictures. She said, "Okay, we can like I think they demolished the place and there were a lot of wooden things." So I put a status that anybody want to like recycle wood can come and pick this stuff up. So like that, it's just contacts. If you are not able to do anything with it, just
you can take someone's help. Yeah. So we will take Anita's help.
Sure.
I would like to introduce you to all Nannagaru's devotees, and any wastage they have, any old clothes they have, or anything they want to contribute, or they want to take care of animals, they can't do it personally by themselves.
Yeah.
They can contribute it to you. Yeah. Because their contribution to Anita is contributing to directly to the animals to be benefited.
Yeah. Oh, I also want to say that pigs are not filthy. You can go to my page and see Wally's stories. Pigs are the most cleanest. It's just that, like, how you feed cows or dogs, nobody goes and feeds pigs. So all they do is eat trash, eat whatever they could find. They are literally scavengers. Like, they just scavenge on trash. So it is not what they choose to be. It is just what they can do. Like, that is all they can do. Ante. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people just living there, and one guy comes and hits that pig with one big rock on his head. Like, why do you want to do that? And then I asked him, why aren't I? It's a pig, no? So he's like, why is it there? It doesn't have a house like you. So people should understand that, mind your own business. Why do you want to hurt anything without the pig coming and hurting you, or be a human, stop being a monster.
That's why I told you animals could get human bodies, and human People,
Yeah.
when they die, they could turn animals. That's why there is this law of karma, Anita. That's why the law of karma. This is where law of karma plays the role. Your behavior, your actions, your words, your thoughts are going to decide your future.
Yeah.
You're deciding your future. Nobody is deciding your future, Anita. God
Yeah.
is not deciding your future. You are deciding your future.
Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు భగవంతుడు భగవద్గీత చెప్పిన ముస్లిమ్స్ కి ఖురాన్ ఉన్నా జీసస్ మనకి బైబిల్ చెప్పిన వాట్ ఎవర్ ది స్క్రిప్చర్స్ హావ్
It's all the
బీన్
same.
it's all the same, and all they have told you is don't harm others.
Yeah.
Don't harm other beings. You don't harm yourself, don't harm others.
Yeah.
Maybe you cannot love. Okay, that's pardonable that you can't love everybody, but at least don't harm anybody.
ఏమైందంటే the actual అంటే it's just like misinterpreted, like ఆ పాయింట్ ఫిల్టర్ అయిపోయింది బాగా, ఎవరికి లైక్ తోచినట్టు వాళ్ళు దాన్ని మోల్డ్ చేసుకొని ఫిల్టర్ అయిపోయి తూతూ మంత్రం లాగా అవుతున్నాయి మొత్తం. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ జస్ట్ హిందూస్ ఆర్ ముస్లిమ్స్ ఆర్ క్రిస్టియన్స్, us as humans, the భక్త్స్ ఆర్ ద డివోటీస్ ఆర్ దేవుడు అంటే భయం ఉన్నోళ్ళు, it is all filtered to their convenience.
Yes, absolutely.
I never heard saying go kill a turkey for Thanksgiving or go kill a lamb for Christmas or like, is there anywhere written చెప్పారని టర్కీని కోసుకొని తినండ్రా థ్యాంక్స్ గివింగ్ కి, లేకపోతే బక్రీద్ కి మేకని కోసేయండ్రా అని ఎక్కడ రాసి ఉండరు నాకు తెలిసి.
That is sarvabhuta hiteratah.
That is human convenience which human created.
Yeah. So you're living, your thoughts, your living is what will decide your future. So నువ్వు చెప్పిందంటారా, we are not doing this for the welfare of others, we are doing it for the welfare of ourselves, because this is what decides our future. This is what decides our future. మనం వాళ్ళకేదో అయితే మనకేంటి, దానికేదో అయితే మనకేంటి, లేకపోతే అది చచ్చిపోతే నాకేంటి. No, that will be you tomorrow. Yeah, and conscious living is very, very important. No matter how many lectures we listen to, no matter how many lectures we give to others, we have to come down to this point that we have to live conscious of ourselves, of our surroundings, and do what we can.
Yeah.
Because we are alive.
You as being a human are very powerful. And you know, you are given an opportunity. You are given an opportunity to serve.
Yeah. You are given an opportunity to serve. You are given an opportunity to uplift.
You have a lot of advantages being a human.
You have so you utilize all your advantages for your growth. Your growth. It's not about you doing anything to anybody, but doing a favor to yourself. Yeah. So what you give others, you get back.
Yeah.
Like your Pandu came, like how your Pandu came and kissed you in midst of the session.
Yeah. And how I got peace now. Like, I remember you all saying, you do so much, you'll definitely be happy. All of my friends used to say, you do so much, you'll be happy, you'll be blessed and all that. When I used to think, I'm blessed, I'm like still stuck and I'm still sad, I'm still, dragging myself and I'm miserable. When will this blessing come? But Yeah, there will always be a time, and I truly believe that, when the time is right, you will truly get your blessing. And I
Yes,
think I
you
know
will,
it.
Amma, because, yeah, Anita, that's what, I mean, and it to us, because we have seen in human form, Nannagaru has been our God, our mother, our father. Yeah, biologically, yes, we have parents, we love them, we admire them for what they are, we respect them, we honor them, and we do what is required. But he has been much, much more.
Yeah.
He has given a lot of solace, he has given a lot of love, and he has treated us all. I mean, like, ante, um, um, infant baby చూసుకున్నట్టు చూసుకున్నారు. Okay, so, and he was never the form, though he is not in form. It is the presence that's always there. And he because it's the universal supreme, అంటే గాడ్ అని మనం పేరు పెట్టచ్చు, లేకపోతే సుప్రీం ఎనర్జీ అనొచ్చు, the creator అనొచ్చు, whatever it is, you are being taken care of by him, and yes, there will come a time when you will know it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm sure you will be highly, highly blessed for all that you're doing, because our small acts with huge love one day will inspire a lot of people.
Yeah, that's mainly
because
my...
maybe it goes unnoticed. Your daily activity goes unnoticed by people. Maybe there are people who criticize you for what you're doing, or maybe
lot of people
of course.
That, not lot of people, very few actually, 1-2 people think that, it is, or you want to, be this goody two shoes. That's why you think that you're this. I'm like, okay, whatever.
So it doesn't matter, Anita, because at the end of the day, you're doing what your heart is calling you for.
Yeah.
And you're doing it.
That's all.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's not what we appear, it's not what we do to show to the world, but it's what we are doing naturally for the love of doing it, and that's what God sees.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we want you to be our lead for all the good things that you're doing. We will all be a huge support to you, because name personal probably we cannot do what you're doing, Anita. I need to accept this, that
and the support you're doing is immense.
Yeah. So we will take you as our lead, and all of us actually want to do something. Honestly speaking, yeah, in our own little way, ekkadana orphanages unnayi, we want to sponsor those kids.
Yeah.
For instance, lot of people keep calling me. Our students don't have fees to pay. They don't have food this year. Please, ma'am. I'm like, okay, like I can contribute a little. I mean, there is a stage where I can't do more than I can, right?
And then you start feeling helpless, and you start feeling very bad. And
yes.
Why am I not able to do more than this or that?
Yes, exactly. Like you want to do more, because you know you're more than self-sufficient, especially in our case. Nee gurinchi maatladaledu, Anita. We are more than self-sufficient. What is stopping us from doing more? Are we so occupied that we don't have time for welfare of others?
Yeah.
And what is all the spirituality we are talking about when we are not able to put much in action? Maybe we are able to put little things into action, but we have see, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So all of us, like we've been thinking for quite some time that we need to do something. We need to be ante chestunam, but that insignificant. It's insignificant, Anita. So not ante మనల్ని మనం ఉద్ధరించుకోవడం కోసం. There's no others to save or redeem or cure. I think the little things we do cure us. The little things we do heal us. The little things
Actually,
we
that
do.
is true. I think everybody should try it. Like the amount of satisfaction and peace and love that you feel after doing deeds, like regardless human, animal, anything, is very satisfying.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
you're
Anna.
not going to live forever, and if you are not satisfied with your life on your deathbed, then
What is the value of human life?
yeah,
Yeah.
you just have to die happily and satisfied.
Yeah. And rest will be taken care of by God.
అంతే.
ఎందుకంటే it's ultimately again you who decide your future.
Yeah.
అంటే ప్రారంధం అంటాం రా మేము అనిత. Like, Bhagwan used to say, like, from the time you're born, your body's course is predetermined. Okay? Your entire life is predetermined. The life that you take, నీ birth నుంచి death వరకు, the bodily actions of the bodily life is predetermined. So you don't have a choice in your destiny. అని చెప్తారు. అయితే destiny, there is also the saying that your destiny is again brought over of your past only. నువ్వు పాస్ట్ లో చేసిందే నీ డెస్టినీ కింద ఈ రోజు వచ్చింది.
Yeah.
So what you do today will be your tomorrow.
I truly believe that. Yeah.
So what we are doing today is very important and it cannot be ignored.
Yeah.
సో మనం లేచిన కాడి నుంచి పడుకునే వరకు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామో మనం చూసుకోవాలి.
Yeah.
In your thoughts, in your deeds, in your talk,
Yeah.
are you uplifting somebody? Are you uplifting yourself? Are you being of use to the environment around you, people around you, nature around you? Yeah. Are you doing something to replenish the nature? Are you destroying it?
Yeah.
Are you living constructively or destructively?
Yeah.
Destruction అంటే ఏదో నువ్వు వెళ్ళి ఏదో హాని ఎవరినో పొడి చేసి ఏదో హాని చేసేయడం.
We are all we are not directly taking a hammer and cutting a tree or taking a knife and chicken, no?
Yeah. So consciously live and do the best you can, because this is a beautiful opportunity given for you to live beautifully.
Yeah.
And make the world around you beautiful. Like, you don't have to think నేను చచ్చిపోయాక heaven కి వెళ్దాం. Why not make it heaven here and now?
Exactly. You don't even know what will happen after your day. And you want to, like, to go to a point, to go to heaven, you do this. You to go to hell, you do this. And they want to do whatever they can to go to heaven after they die, which they don't even know what will happen.
So, like, what satisfies you now? First thing, don't harm anybody around you. Don't harm anything. Don't harm any being in thought, word, and action. Then, constructively do something to protect nature, to protect the beings around you, to not to waste. Buy only what you need and utilize them for good. Be healthy and help other beings be healthy. Like, you take your initiative to vaccinate the dogs. Stray dogs. So, Anita, as you said, like, not all of us can do this, Nana. Like, each one of us is gifted. God gifts each one with a different talent. Each one is gifted differently. So we can take the help of people like you to do the good we want. Yeah. So we will take you as an inspiration. And I'm happy to have you December 1st Sunday, because అంటే జనరల్ గా there is this saying, no, December born people are God's children. Like, Kerala is God's own country.
Okay.
And Guru used to say, and also, like, roses in December antaru. The December roses are most beautiful.
Okay.
So, and December is the month of Christmas.
Yeah. That makes
And
me. I love Christmas and I love December.
all of us love Christmas, like universally all of us love Christmas
Yeah.
because Jesus is symbol of love, and
Yeah.
our Guruji was a complete symbol of love alone, Anita.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned many times, like there are so many margas, there are so many paths to realize yourself, and what is our path? He would ask us, what is our path? And he would say, love alone.
Aww.
And he would say, I do not want you to struggle, because he loves us so much that he doesn't want us to struggle in the name of sadhana. He wanted us to be enlightened without any difficulty. And if that has to happen, it has to happen by the way Anita is living her life. Anita live చేసినట్టు ప్రాక్టికల్ గా లివ్ చేస్తే we will be roses in December. So love you a lot, Rakonda. God bless you tremendously. We totally appreciate what you're doing to everything around you, trying to protect everything around you in your own limitation. I like there are times you cross your limitations also, and brought trouble to yourself also. But nothing has stopped you. You have got into a lot of trouble in life, but nothing has stopped you. Nothing has stopped you, and that's your gift. So we take you as our gift, and we want to see you shine, and we will all be behind you.
Thank you, Amma.
Yeah, God bless you, Amma. Thank you so much. Elni cooker petko, because you have to cook and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will conclude this with a few sayings of Guruji. Nannagaru. He's called Nannagaru also. This session was especially how to practically live what we speak, Amma Madhvi.
Yes, we all talk in the talk, don't do the walk.
Yeah, because we speak a lot. I mean, act more, speak less was what we were taught all through. And let your actions speak more than your words. Yeah. So let's all understand that our every small deed of kindness will contribute to the betterment of the world. So what can one person do? అంటే ఒక్కళ్ళు ఏం చేయగలము అనేది నాకు ఉండేదిరా మాధవి. I mean, అంటే మన పరిధిలో, like in our limitation we can do what we can, but one person, how much can we contribute to the peace of the world అని ఉండేది. But when I see people like Anita, I see quite a few of them, because we do tend to get people like that into our life when you have a drive to do something. So I really
I mean, we don't have to do big things, right? I mean, even small things in a big way. That is what she's doing right now.
That
makes a lot of difference.
No, I have seen few more people like Anita, because when we have a quest to, like do something important, I mean, important to people, I mean, important to, I mean, which will help others, basically, which will help others to uplift themselves from what they are going through. It could be a financial suffering, లేకపోతే మానసికమైన suffering, emotional suffering, లేకపోతే పాపం ఇప్పుడు I know of people who take a lot of initiative to, like take care of orphan children.
Yes.
Most of them are running out of funds.
Yeah, you've been talking
about. They don't even have money for food. So I thought, ante satsanga madhyalo, I thought I will make these people speak, because they are people who are actually making a difference in society quietly.
Yes.
They don't have any publicity about this. Don't have social media accounts where they flaunt their work. They don't. Ante I shouldn't be calling it flaunting, which is quite rude, because you need some publicity to show the work you're doing, or else you don't get the fund required. It's not for your selfish motto.
Yes.
అంటే they do have their websites, they do have their page, but they don't appear. వాళ్ళ person appear అవ్వరు. They take the back seat always.
Yes.
Those who genuinely work for people, kada, those who genuinely work for a good cause, they are generally not seen. Because they are doing it with passion, they are doing it with a lot of love.
Yes.
So they don't seek anything from anybody. They're just doing it for themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
So what I feel is maybe we ఇప్పుడు నాన్నగారు అంటారు కదా, నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్, నువ్వు అన్న సత్రం కట్టేయక్కర్లేదు, ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్నాయి, దానికి నువ్వు కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయి.
Yes. Yeah.
So what I feel was there are so many kids. I mean, there is one great person who does not think he or she is great, but with a very innocent, simple, pure mind, they contribute a lot to society in their own way, without seeking any recognition whatsoever.
Yes. Yeah.
అంటే నా పిల్లలకి ఫుడ్ వస్తే చాలు, వాళ్ళ పిల్లలు కాదురా వాళ్ళు. I mean, they consider orphan children their children. And
only then it can be achieved, kada Usha, that feeling of universalness.
Yeah. So what I want to convey through this satsang is that let us all contribute what we can, not because we are doing anything great, but we are reforming ourselves.
Sure, Usha.
We are reforming ourselves for our upliftment, and let us be practical in our spirituality. Yeah. So, and sharing is caring, and sharing is what gives us happiness, because we are all interconnected, and there is nothing apart from Nana. And so, when there is nothing apart from Nana, why is it a huge thing?
Yes, animals, trees, everything.
Nana ainappudu, let us honor everything.
Yes.
Through our actions also. And as she said, maybe we cannot voluntarily go and do. Maybe we do not have the access, or maybe we do not have the time. We are occupied with certain things in life. I mean, it's natural for everybody has their own work to do. We have people who are doing it, and we can help them do it better.
Yes, Usha. Yes.
Yeah, encourage.
And not only that, she gave us so many ideas about different things, right? You don't have to go and help a stray animal or do it. Like even small things like recycling scrap and your dishes that you get, the plastic.
Yeah.
And so she gave an idea of what to do with the hair that comes out of your head. Yeah.
Yes, and about conscious living, Amma.
Yes.
Ultimately, let us be conscious about what we are doing. Let us be conscious of our thoughts. Let us be conscious of our actions. Let us be conscious of the deeds that we are doing. And as she said, let us sleep content every day. Nannagaru used to say kada, నువ్వు రోజంతా గడిచిపోయిన తర్వాత వెనక్కి తిరిగి చూడు, నువ్వు ఎవరికన్నా ఉపయోగపడే మాట ఒకటి మాట్లాడావా, ఎవరికన్నా ఉపయోగపడే పని ఒకటి చేసావా, ఈ రోజు అంటే ఈ 20 అంటే నేను లెగిసిన కాడి నుంచి నేను పడుకునే వరకు నేను ఒక్కటి కూడా ఇన్ ది వెల్ఫేర్ ఆఫ్ సంబడి నేను చేయకపోతే ఇట్స్ a day wasted.
Yeah, he used to talk so much about ground realities, kada Usha. Moving so far away from that.
Yes. So wanted all of us to be grounded for once, so that andram we will soar high, but being rooted.
Yes, that is the thing.
Nannagaru antar kada, the deeper, I mean the longer and deeper your roots, ఆకాశం అంత ఎత్తు ఎదిగినా కూడా నీకు రూట్స్ మాత్రం డీప్ గా ఉంటేనే అది ద హైట్ అర్థం ఉంది. So let's not ignore our roots. So I would like to close this session with this, because it's time kuda kada. Thank you so much, Ra. I mean, it's a little different from the rest of the satsangs, but this was so important.
It is important, Usha, so much. We, in the name of spirituality, sometimes we are, I mean, yeah, we are getting lost, right? I mean,
yes, we're getting not only lost, Ra. It's like we develop a false ego. We develop a false ego that, ante,
that is
we are blessed more. This false notion that we are blessed more. అంటే మనం సూపర్ఫిషియల్ గా అనిపించకపోవచ్చు, బట్ ఇట్స్ డీప్ రూటెడ్. కానీ అది పోకుండా దెర్ ఇస్ నో గ్రోత్. వీఆర్ ఆల్ వన్. దెర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ లైక్ one is greater than the other. We are all just one being. Yes. So it's like మన అందరం ఒక్కటే. ఎందుకంటే భగవంతుడు ఒక్కటే. అసలు నువ్వు లేవు అన్నప్పుడు, ఉన్నది ఆయన, నువ్వు లేదు అన్నప్పుడు, నువ్వు బలపడిపోయి నువ్వు ఉన్నావు ఆయన లేరు అనే స్టేజ్కి వెళ్ళి కదా ఇవన్నీ చేయడం. పుణ్యం పోగు చేసేసుకుని ఎక్కడికో ఇంకా బెటర్ బర్త్ వచ్చేయాలి, పుణ్యం పోగు చేసేసుకోవాలి. ఆ పుణ్యం ఎలా పోగు చేసేసుకోవాలి? అట్ ది ఎక్స్పెన్స్ ఆఫ్ వాట్?
రైట్.
At the expense of what? At the expense of harming a living being? At the expense of causing destruction to something?
Yes.
At the expense of your greed?
That comes back to that conscious living you were talking about earlier. I mean, if everybody was living with little consciousness, it makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
It will make a lot of difference, and we can create heaven here, Ra.
Yes, that is, true.
Yeah, and how can one or two create a heaven? And no, one or two cannot do it. But like-minded people together come together, we can do wonders.
Right. Yes.
Because we want to make it a better place. Yeah, and our intentions are blessed.
Yeah.
Because it's not selfish. We want to grow universal. Yeah. So let's all grow universal in harmony with ourselves, with people around us, with nature around us, with animals around us. And it's a beautiful life.
It is. Yeah. It is a beautiful life.
Thank you so much and love you all.
Thank you.
Guru Rupamo Giri Rupamo Srinanapadame Maku Saranyam